Hi, guys. This is Dr. Rohini Patil, and I'm super excited and super thrilled to be here for today's live session. And we all have been quarantined for a while. So, this is something that we can use as a big opportunity to heal ourselves, to take care of your health, and also to be at your fittest form. So I'll tell you a little about myself. I'm a doctor. I've done MBBS. I'm also a nutritionist. I've done DDHN. I'm also a weight management specialist. And I'm a passionate reader. I love exercising. I've been a national lawn tennis player. And I am something who loves experimenting on food, and I believe in the power of food in order to get the best healing in your body. The food works as the best medicine, and today that is exactly what we are going to learn in today's live session. And today's live session is going to be about simple things that you need to do to keep yourself fit. To lose weight, because many people have weight loss goals, and if you start eating when you're stressed, if you start eating just because you're locked down and there's nothing else to do, there are high chances that you might gain weight, and that might uh, make sure that you land that might help you land up into lifestyle disorders, obesity, and more depression. So let's get started. And we are going to cover the dietary aspect. So I'm going to tell you what to eat to be fit and to lose weight, and I'm going to be telling you what to exercise. So physically, what you need to do, I'm going to be telling you. And the third thing is the mental aspect. So when your mind is sound, when your mind is fit, your body also reflects that. So there's a very old saying which says that there's a sound body and a sound mind. So the mind has to be very sound, and the mind has to be at peace. So we'll be discussing all the three factors and the simplest things to make sure that you get the best effects out of it. And when you talk about diet, what you need to do is you need to have the right foods in your diet. And in lockdown period, everything is not available. So I'm going to give you broad scale options when it comes to your diet. And let's start with your morning routine about your diet. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, what you should do is you should have a glass of lukewarm water. And lukewarm water is something that will help you cleanse your organs. It will help you in detoxification. And lukewarm water actually gives a kickstart to your digestive system. So lukewarm water, a glass of it is a must every morning. And after that, what you can do is you can have one glass of normal temperature water, add 1 teaspoon of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar, and add half teaspoon of turmeric. Mix it well and just drink it up. Apple cider vinegar has amazing prebiotic properties. It makes sure that your blood pH is alkaline. It also makes sure that your gut bacteria, there are good gut bacteria and there are bad gut bacteria. So apple cider vinegar will make sure that the bad bacteria are killed, they reduce in their number in the gut, and the good bacteria nurture, and they stay intact. So, apple cider vinegar with turmeric and a glass of water of it is amazing for cleansing of your body and also in making sure that your blood pH is alkaline. When your blood pH is alkaline, it has a lot of anti-aging effects. It reduces the oxidative stress in your body, and it is one of the best ways to start your day. And after your morning drink, the next thing that you should have, and this is something that you must haven't heard before, but this is something all my clients do. This is something most of my followers do, and this is something I've been doing since last 5 years, and that is have butter coffee. Now, what is butter coffee? It's very simple. It's 1 cup of black coffee. I always use organic black coffee, or you can use a black coffee from an espresso machine or any kind of black coffee that you like. And in that cup of black coffee, put it in a small bowl or patela, and you can add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and 1 tablespoon of ghee, and blend it really well with an electric blender. That works the best, and blend it until it becomes creamy and frothy, and just drink it up. Now this coffee has some amazing health benefits. Coffee itself in limited quantity is a great antioxidant. It boosts your metabolism, and it also helps you prevent a lot of degenerative diseases in the old age. So there are diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. So there are a lot of researches which say that coffee helps you prevent that. So, coffee has great metabolism and fat burning properties. And ghee and coconut oil have amazing benefits. Ghee has butyric acid, which helps you in burning fat. And coconut oil has MCTs, which are medium chain fatty acids, which help you reduce your LDLs and increase your HDLs. HDLs are your good cholesterols, and LDLs are your bad cholesterol. So you always need to maintain that ratio. And coconut oil has some amazing MCTs, which will help you do that. And this combination together keeps you fuller for 3 hours, even after you're done eating. And it makes sure that your metabolism is kickstarted. And it also reduces your blood sugar levels. So it has a low glycemic index. So what it does is it makes sure that early in the morning your blood sugar is not spiking up. So if you have PCOD or if you have diabetes, this is one of the best drinks with which you can start your morning. So butter for coffee is something that I always do and I tell everyone to do. Now talking about myself, after having coffee, I really don't feel hungry. And I'm not scared to put some extra ghee in that. And I always use cow's ghee. And after having coffee, I really don't feel hungry till lunch. But in case you're feeling hungry, even after having butter coffee, after about 2 hours, you can move to a healthy breakfast. For healthy breakfast, you can make moong chila with any of your favorite chutney. You can have idlis, you can have dosas, you can have parathas with dal. So you can make chana dal parathas. In Marathi, there's this atta which is called bhazni. So it has all the lentils mixed in it. So you can make a paratha out of that, and you can have it with your favorite chutney. You can have eggs for breakfast. Eggs are complete protein. They have all essential amino acids. So you can have eggs for breakfast. And after that, you can straight away move for your lunch. Lunch is a time where you need to have a wholesome meal. And this is the best time to have grains. I always suggest that you should have either jowar roti or ragi roti, or you can have bajra roti, but millets roti is very good. And it is lower in glycemic index, and it makes sure that your blood sugar level is stable for a longer amount of time. And along with these rotis, you should have two vegetables. So one should be a green leafy vegetable, and the other one could be dudhi, or you can have drumsticks. Drumsticks have excellent immunity boosting properties, and along with this, you always should have a dal, because no meal is complete without protein. So you need to have good amount of protein in your diet, and dals and lentils are one of the best ways to increase protein in vegetarian diet. So you can always have that, and always remember that your heaviest meal of the day has to be lunch. You should not have heavy meals for dinner and also for breakfast, because you can use breakfast time to burn more fat. And when you eat heavy lunch, when you eat grains and heavy foods for lunch, you can digest it by dinner time, and you can easily move ahead for a lighter dinner. And after lunch, I'm going to tell you lots of snacking options. But first, let's talk about dinner. Dinner should be your lightest meal of the day, and it needs to be at least 5 hours before sleeping, or it needs to be before sunset. So that will make sure that whatever food or whatever dinner you've had is digested by the time you sleep, and the process of digestion is complete. And when you sleep, your body can work on healing your body, and you get a complete sleep. So a lot of times when you eat and go off to sleep immediately or even after an hour, the food is not digested well. And because of that, you don't get a complete sleep, because half of your body is working in digesting that food. So your sleep is always incomplete when you just eat and sleep. And when you wake up, you don't feel fresh. You cannot wake up refreshed. So it is very, very, very important that your dinner is at least 4 to 5 hours before sleeping, and or it can be before sunset. So in olden times, people used to eat before sunset, and they used to have their next meal after sunrise, and that used to really make sure that that was an intermittent fasting window. So they used to end up fasting for 16 hours any which ways, which was giving enough time for their body to heal. So early dinners are very important, and if you get used to that eating pattern, there's very less chance that you will gain weight, because your body gets enough time to heal itself. Now, let's face it, we all are quarantined, we all are working from home, and in this situation, everyone wants to snack and everyone wants to munch on something, and this is where we all gain weight. this is where everything goes wrong. This is where our skin starts breaking out. This is where our hair fall starts. This is where our mood swings start. This is where our depression starts. So, snacking is a very important subject. And I'm going to tell you what to avoid when it comes to healthy snacking and what to have when it comes to healthy snacking. And the main thing that you need to avoid when you talk about healthy snacking is you need to avoid having gluten. So avoid all maida products. So avoid bakery products, avoid toast, avoid biscuits, avoid sweets. So you need to avoid sugar. You need to avoid white sugar. You can have natural sugar. So you can have mangoes, you can have fruits, you can have dry fruits. That will make sure that you're getting sweetness that you want, and it will also make sure that your blood sugar is not spiking up and then it's collapsing down. So you need to avoid processed forms of sugar. So avoid white sugar. And the next thing that I'm coming to is avoid dairy. Dairy is one of the biggest causes of gut inflammation. It's one of the biggest causes of gut toxicity. And because of that, it leads to a lot of inflammation in your body. That results in many types of cancers. That leads to breakouts. That leads to skin disturbances. That leads to PCOD. So, avoiding dairy is very important, even when you're snacking. So instead of dairy, you can go for almond milk smoothies. You can make your oats in almond milk or just in water. And there are amazing other sources of calcium. Almonds have a good amount of calcium in it. Spinach and green leafy vegetables have amazing amount of calcium in it. So you can go for all these alternatives when you talk about replacing dairy. And when it comes to healthy snacking, you have lots and lots of options. So the first option is munching on your dry fruits. So you can have almonds, you can have walnuts, you can have pistachios, you can have cashews, you can have Brazil nuts, you can have pecans, you can have macadamia nuts. All of these are packed with nutrients and you must have it. And that will also make sure that you're fuller in smaller portions. So dry fruits, it's something which is the best to snack on. The other thing which I personally love to do for snacking is having mixed seeds. So I mix pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and flax seeds, and I roast it with my favorite masala, and I just munch on it whenever I'm hungry. And trust me, it's very tasty. And when you roast it in ghee, it becomes delicious. So you can have mixed seeds, and the next thing that you can snack on is makhana. You can roast makhanas. You can make uh, bhel with makhanas. You can make popcorns, makhana pops. You can have flavored makhanas. Those are amazing. Makhanas are also fox nuts, so they are packed with nutrients. They are lower in carb and they are high in protein. So they are amazing snacks that you can have. Other than that, you can make matki bhel. So you can have sprouted matki, and you can make a bhel out of it. You can have chana bhel, that is amazing protein again. So there are a lot of healthy snacking options. If you're craving with on something sweet, you can have fresh fruits, or you can have carrot juice that reduces your cravings more. So there are lots and lots of alternatives when you talk of eating healthy, and the world of eating healthy is very vast. So you just need to start somewhere and you'll never get tired of it. So this was about snacking. Now we need to talk about certain drinks that we need to do, especially in this period, because COVID-19 is spreading a lot in India. And the best thing that we can do to combat it is increase our immunity. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you need to do to keep your immunity intact, to make it better, and also that will make sure that your weight is also under control. So the first thing that you need to do is start having a herbal kada, which is also called as herbal tea. And the recipe is very simple. I keep doing multiple varieties of those recipes, and you can find that on my Instagram and YouTube channel, or even on my Facebook page. But today I'm going to tell you the basic and the most simple kadha recipe. And for that, you need 1 liter of water. Add one tablespoon of green tea leaves or green tea powder. You can add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric. You need to add a little bit of jeera. You need to add ajwain in it, and let it boil really well. And when it's boiling, you put grated ginger and a little bit of garlic in it, and boil it for at least 15 minutes. And once it's boiled, take it in a cup, squeeze half a lemon in it, and you can keep sipping on this kara throughout the day. You feel amazing, you feel refreshed. And since it's summer, I also tell many people you can cool it down a little in the fridge and have it chilled. Even that makes it a very yummy drink. So that will help you. Your immunity is intact. All these spices, which I just told you, which you have to add in the kara, are amazing immunity boosters. At the same time, they are very rich in antioxidants. So they reduce oxidative stress in your body. They reduce inflammation in your body. They make sure you look younger. So drinking kara is one habit that you should never give up, whether there's coronavirus spreading or whether there's anything. I started it 6 years ago and I still continue with it. That'll also make sure that you're away from all the respiratory infections, your system is clean, and it just improves your mood at the same time. So, kadhas is one of the best things that you should do throughout the day. Now, the next thing that I'm going to tell you, that when you talk about having a healthy lifestyle, is immunity boosting supplements, because you need certain amount of nutrients and vitamins to keep your immunity intact. And the main vitamin which is needed to keep your immunity intact and to activate your immunity system is vitamin D. So vitamin D is the vitamin which activates your immune cells when there's an infection in your body, when there's a foreign particle or an antigen in your body. So you need to either get your vitamin D checked and get the right supplement from your physician, and have the right supplement started for vitamin D. Your vitamin D levels should be above 30 in any case to fight any infection, right? Along with vitamin D, you need vitamin C. Vitamin C is very well known immunity boosters, but vitamin C is also needed to convert vitamin D in its usable form, and that will make sure that they both work together and help our immunity system to combat it properly. The next thing that you need, which is a mineral that you need to fight against any infection, is magnesium. Now, magnesium is a mineral which is involved in about 400 reactions in your body, 400 processes in your body. So, magnesium supplement is very important when you talk about immune cell boosting, when you talk about boosting your immunity system. So, you need vitamin D, you need calcium, and you need magnesium. Now, along with all of this, we need zinc. Zinc is a mineral which helps you reduce inflammation in your body. Now, whenever there's any infection in your body, you always have a fever. And when our immune system is fighting, there are a lot of side effects, and there are a lot of things which our body faces. And fever is one of the biggest symptoms, redness is another symptom. So, all these things need an agent or some help from our body itself to reduce that inflammation, to fight that inflammation, and to get that inflammation down. And zinc does that wonderfully, and zinc and magnesium do it better together. So you need magnesium, you need vitamin D, you need vitamin C, and you need zinc. And all these four nutrients will help you fight any disease in a much better way. So start right away with it. You can speak to your physician, you can get your blood reports done and find out whether you can have these supplements. Especially with vitamin D, you need to have the right amount of it. And B complex is a group of vitamin that is something that you always need in order to maintain a good health, a good body. So B complex is something you get from your dry fruits, you get it from your green leafy vegetables, you get it from eggs, and it will also make sure that your all liver function is happening intact, because B complex is very crucial with your liver health, and when it comes to taking care of all the processes and functions and conversions which happen in liver. So this was about multivitamins and what you should be eating. Now we need to talk about one of the biggest issues which I have seen since the quarantine has started, and that is mental health and sleep patterns. Because we end up watching Netflix or TV for a very long time, and that disturbs our sleep. Then we end up sleeping late, and then we end up waking up late, and then we feel more miserable, we feel more depressed. There's a lot of anxiety and anxiousness going on, and then our eating patterns get disturbed. So it's a cycle that you get stuck in. So the first thing that you need to do is take care of your mental health and your sleep pattern. And for that, there are three very easy, very simple things that I'm going to tell you. And the first one is, as soon as you wake up in the morning, meditate for 20 minutes. So just close your eyes, and do not think of anything and just focus on your breath for 20 minutes, and that is more than enough. The next thing that you need to do after these 20 minutes is do gratitude journaling. So get a diary, call it your gratitude diary. I always have this diary with me, which I call a gratitude diary. And I write 10 things that I'm grateful for every day in this diary. And I say thank you to the universe. And that also helps you reduce anxiety in your body to a good extent. It helps you be positive, it helps you be optimistic, and it also helps you appreciate little things in life. And I love to keep writing it throughout the day. But writing 10 things in the morning is the least that you should do when it comes to gratitude journaling. The next thing that you need to do is we all are working from home, and from time to time we do get stressed. And when you're stressed and when your breathing is shallow, your blood pH goes to acidic side. There's less oxygenation in your body, and there's more stress. So you keep getting stuck in that circle, and you start craving sugar, and you start eating unhealthy due to that stress. So every hour, just make sure that you take deep breath, hold it for a while, and then exhale, and do it 10 times. And that will help you keep your breathing intact, and that will also help you reduce your anxiety levels significantly. So these breathing techniques will help you be fresh also throughout the day. It will keep right oxygenation in your body as well. And the last thing that you need to do is avoid phones, avoid social media right before you're sleeping. So if you're supposed to sleep at 10 o'clock, just stop phone, switch off your internet, switch off everything by 7 o'clock, and do some productive activity, read a book, dim the lights in your room, start listening to a meditation music or a calming music, and try to put yourself to sleep around 8 o'clock. And that will make sure you have a great sleep, and that will also make sure you have a sound and complete sleep, and you can start your next day with warm water and your apple cider vinegar drink. And if you want to know details about any of these drinks, you can find it on my Instagram channel, and you can find it on my YouTube channel. You can also find it on my Facebook page. And I think let's answer some of your questions in the comment section. And if you have any more questions, you can connect with me on my social media, and I would love to answer it. If you guys have any question, you can put it on the page. Okay, I am not able to see your questions, but never mind. You can DM me. You can just go to my Instagram page and message me and let me know how this session was. I will be back again for my next session, and I will be back with all the answers of your questions. And I hope you found this video and this live session helpful. And I always say this is my tagline for my company, which says it's never just a diet, it's always a lifestyle. So make sure you stay healthy, stay fit, stay grateful, stay home, and stay safe. It was great being here. Thank you, Popixo, for this opportunity. And I'm super grateful. Thank you. Bye.